at 2 o'clock. It's already 7 o'clock. It feels like I've been here all day already.
So you guys off to a 5-1 start. Are you about where you thought you'd be?
I'm glad we're where we're at.
That's not what I asked you.
If I knew we'd probably be off to a better start this year than we were last year. I knew Arlington was going to be a good game. I knew Snohomish was going to be a good game. So, hey, to be where we're at, I'm really happy for it.
Are you getting a feeling about this new revamped Wesco 4A?
Yeah. Well, Arlington comes in. They've always been strong, and this year they're not as strong as they have been in the past, so that's kind of convenient.
Right.
And then, we get Cascade, who over the last few years, they've struggled.
Yeah. Sure.
But they're back with us, and so that's all right. But it's kind of nice to have some new teams to play.
Coach, I think one of the things that every coach looks at when they're building their teams is roster construction. You got a lot of freshmen in your program.
Yeah.
Not only at the varsity level, and not only at the JV level, and the freshman level. I count 4 on the varsity, 5 on the JV, and
yeah, they're probably the same kids.
Well, let's talk about your young kids. How do you like your young kids?
I like them. They're good. I mean, they come in with a lot of talent, and the one thing that I've kind of had to get them to grow with is they're really good when they're 8th graders playing with 8th graders.
There you go.
But now they're 9th graders playing with women. And it's different. So it's taken a little while for some of them to adjust their game to that speed, that strength. And so, but they're coming along well. I mean, they're a lot further now than they were a month ago.
So I assume with that, they've got pretty good basketball IQ.
They have some pretty good basketball IQ, so that helps a lot.
Yeah.
And they're getting stronger. And, they've been playing their whole life, but never 2 hours a day, every day for 3 months. And it wears on them a little bit, so try to take it easy, and I'm trying to get them to play at a high standard now because that's where I want them. We need them. So.
And it's not only that daily grind, but against, like you said, against older girls.
Yeah.
I mean, 2-3-year-old older girls.
Yeah. I mean,
and there's a difference.
There's a big difference.
You said girls versus women. That is legit. That is true.
Yeah, because there's some women over here on the Lake Stevens side for sure. They're gonna knock some people around.
Right.
We don't look like much of a basketball team. We're pretty short. These guys over there, holy smokes.
Yeah.
Look, big kids. But we're fighting. We're feisty.
Yeah.
We'll see how we can do.
Yeah.
Run down your 5 starters, a little something about each one.
Let's see. Number 3 is Brenna Pukas, and she's committed to Long Beach. I personally think she's the best 3-point shooter in the state. Right now, she's averaging probably 5 or 6 threes a game with a shooting percentage of about 70%.
Wow.
Let's see. We'll look at the list here. We got Zoe Ritter. She comes back from last year. She was a Wesco first-team player guard. And so having her and Brenna was a first-team Wesco as a freshman and as a sophomore. And then last year played with a club thing, and so we didn't have her. But she would have been a 3-year Wesco first-teamer. Sammy Toma, number 13. She's another senior who gives us a lot of strength, some size, and she can score. Last year she had an ACL injury, so we were missing her last year. And she was a Wesco second-teamer as a sophomore, so it kind of tells you where she's at. Ricky Miller, number 21, she comes back last year. It's her senior year this year, but solid 3-point shooter. She was a second-team Wesco kid, so it's nice to have her. So if you try to take away Brenna and you try to take away Zoe, and you still got Sammy and Ricky who can shoot, do those sort of things. And then one of those freshmen you were talking about, Lily Rickelson, she'll be our 5th starter. She's going to be good. She's going to be good.
I'm looking forward to seeing your girls play tonight. I really am. I heard a lot about them, and you got some talent.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what Lily can do, and she's growing into the game, but that's part of that grind I was talking about. So she's a little worn out, but she's growing into the game.
Yeah. Before we let you go, give a plug for your tournament next week.
Oh yeah, thanks. Day after Christmas, the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, I host a tournament. It's called the Top of the Peak. And with that tournament during the off season, I'm trying to track down the best teams in the state and see if they want to come over. And we kind of do a state tournament type of thing. And so we have, really quick, if I have time, it's WF West from Chehalis. They're top 10 ranked team. And you have Tahoma, They're a top 10 ranked team. Lake Stevens is filling in for somebody that bounced out, which is great because I didn't want the other team anyway. Lake's better. So I'm glad to have Lake Stevens filling in. And they're going to play Meade over from Spokane, who moved up to the 4A this year, and they're really good. And then the bottom half of the bracket is Chiawana, who's a top 10 team, us, and Deer Park. People probably haven't even heard of them, but they're good. They're super good.
Yeah, they are.
And they get to play Lake City from Idaho, who took second in state for Idaho last year.
Right.
So, yeah, come on out the 26th, 27th, 28th. Love to see you guys there. It's great basketball.
Yep.
Brian Hill, good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys.
There you go.
Appreciate
That's
it.
Brian Hill, head coach of the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, and we're going to bring Seth Dodge right in here and take the place of Coach Hill. And Coach Dodge is here. A 4-2 start. Coach, you're lost a couple of teams that are probably playing in the Dome in March. Who are the Vikings?
It's just been fun to be able to get our whole team back in. And our first game of the year, we had a full team. And our last game on Wednesday, we had a full team. And, we have multi-sport athletes, which we love, and they are able to play at high levels. And so they're off doing other things. But when we're in the gym together, we're going to play fast. We're going to get up and down. Having a player like Noe and Kira being able to just kind of control the pace, and then hard-nosed players like Tessa, who's amazing soccer player and also amazing basketball player. She's just so fun to watch. We're a team that's going to probably shoot 90% of our shots inside the key, but we can step out and hit the three if we need to.
That's called old school basketball. It is. You don't see that. Good for you.
It is. Yeah, we against Meadowdale, our first game, we shot 10 threes, which we went 0 for 10, and we still put up 65 points. Last game, I think we shot our most threes in my 2 years here, which was 21, but we were 8 for 21. So it was a if it was working, it was working. So we kept doing it.
There's a lot of old coaches out there that like to hear what you're talking about because they're tired of that 3-point. Way to go.
What?
How deep do you go on your roster? What does your bench look like?
We go 2 posts deep with Dara and Cam, and then mainly just one other guard. Kira, Noe, and Tessa, as long as they stay out of foul trouble, they're on the court for 31, 32 minutes of the game. They're kids that it's really hard to pull them out because they do so many things right. And, they're still young. We're still learning. We make mistakes, but they are competitors. And, it shows with winning a state championship in soccer. They will compete with anybody. It doesn't matter who's on the other side.
Give us a rundown to your 5 starters. You kind of mentioned it, but give us a little.
Yeah, so we have Griffin Iman, number 2. She's a senior. Her last game was her birthday, her 18th birthday, so she scored 18 points for us. I think she planned it. She airballed a 3 in the 4th quarter just on purpose, just so she could keep that 18. Number 10, Tessa Anastasi, the just fiery lefty. She'll shoot the ball. She'll get to the rim. Just play defense like nobody's business, and just a super fun kid to be out there. And then Kendall Cool, just another post that's she can finish around the rim, but she does so many other things right, averaging almost 10 rebounds a game after the last 2 games, and just works so hard for her team. She'll step out and shoot it every once in a while, but her main game is just getting that, collecting underneath and going up. And then Kira Tupua, just such a fun athlete, competitor, just a bulldog out there, somebody that she wants to win no matter what's going on. And then Noe, who, she's got offer or looks from Division I schools of WSU and St. Mary's is looking at her, and just she does things on the court that you're like, holy smokes, how did that just happen? Just a super fun player. Can step out and shoot it, but she'll get to the rim a bunch. Last game, she had 17 points, 11 or 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. So she just does a little bit of everything for us.
There you go. Seth Dodge, good luck tonight.
Awesome. Thank you.
There you go. Head coach of the Lake Stevens Vikings. We'll come back, have more on tonight's game. It's the Vikings and the Grizzlies right here on KRKO.
First of all, congrats on the big win.
Yeah, thank you. So what was it like getting the job done in front of those rowdy fans here?
Right?
Yeah.
16 points. And great job from the fella. You got your teammate here, too.
I got to do my brother.
So Siobhan Adams
right
is
now,
here.
and all my teammates are
Siobhan
kind of
also
crowding
had
me at the
a good ball
Coach got a
game
little
with
mad about
6
that 'cause,
points. You guys got it done. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
Ah, how about that coming
Say it
up
again?
to
You
the
can't give
United
100% of
States?
that, right?
State-
Seattle Sports on 710 is your radio home for the Seattle Mariners.
Back, and over the wall for a home run!
Every home run, every strikeout, every Mariners win.
Swing and a miss and a slider, strike 3, and it's over.
And catch the game on your smartphone. Download the Seattle Sports app to stream the radio broadcast of every Mariners game.
Goodbye, baseball! A walk-off 2-run home run!
Seattle Sports is your home for the Mariners.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
At Capelli Cabinetry, it's not just wood. It's the start of something beautiful. Each grain tells a story, each piece crafted with care, because to us, it's more than just a cabinet. It's a legacy. Our passion is creating cabinetry that reflects your unique style and stands the test of time. Crafted in Snohomish, where every piece becomes a part of your story. Capelli Cabinetry, crafting excellence one cabinet at a time.
Bickford Ford is celebrating 90 years in business in Snohomish, Washington. When they opened their doors in 1934, things looked a little different. But their commitment to the community and their customers hasn't changed a bit. So when you're in the market for a new vehicle, electric, gas, or something in between, start at the place you can trust. Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership, Bickford Ford, on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
Everybody in the gym, I love it. How about you?
Oh, I loved it. I think we had a really unique thing with Cascade. It was a tradition that we had. Most of the time fell on that Friday that we got out for Christmas.
Right.
Everybody's in a great mood. Some of the alums are home. The gym is packed. They can pay one fee to get in, and they get to see 6 games.
Right.
Unless they come for the freshman game, then they don't have to pay, and they can stay all night. But which some people did, by the way.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I think this is really what's fun about high school basketball, when you can work these kinds of things in.
We'll talk about a bunch of stuff as we go through a long evening of basketball. Brian Hill has set a pretty good standard at Glacier Peak for the girls program. Number of trips to the Tacoma Dome. Seth Dodge took his team to Tacoma last year. You've been there. Once you take a team to the state tournament, all you ever want to do is go back.
Oh, it's just like tasting the sweetest ice cream you can taste. You know how hard it is to get there.
Right.
And people just think it's something that should happen all the time, automatic, and it just doesn't. And once you get there and you're in that environment and you get to taste that, especially the younger kids, they come back and they're forgetting all their other sports. They just want to play basketball because they don't realize that you're a year away from starting it all up again. But it's just a tremendous opportunity. It's a great atmosphere. It's a wonderful experience. I wish everybody could be a part of it.
We will have more on this game and get ready for tonight's opening tip-off and game action. Glacier Peak Grizzlies, Lake Stevens Vikings, girls to start off, boys game in the nightcap. All that coming up right here on KRKO.
Deep 3 for Nasanek, and he nails it. Hawkins, he finds it. Nagel for 3. Drives, not there, but the putback.
Step through move, pick it out. Connor, 3 on the way. Back.
Little highlight time. Cuellar just goes hard.
Backed out for a 3 on the way. Down it goes.
Hawkins for 3. Got it! White is going to shoot the 3. Flip in the lane, head fake going the long way.
Here's a long outside 3, and bang, down it goes.
4 on the shot clock, turnaround jumper. Got it. Yes.
Out body travel.
I did too.
Up fake, once, twice. Finally, Failer puts it up and in.
Cuellar's not shy, drives into the paint, turns, and it falls. Trey, tough shot,
Oh, finally,
Dribble drive through. Connor to Jones with the bucket.
McFerrin back down. Open three. Hawkins buries it. Gets him off. Now turns. Tough shot. He goes. Great shot.
15 on the shot clock. Goes around the screen. Back out. That's a long outside three that goes down.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
That's Lake City, and then Deer Park won a second last year.
Yeah, he hasn't got any teams coming in trying to find themselves. These people, right. These girls know exactly who they are. Those coaches know what their teams are all about, and it could be just a great 3 days of basketball out there.
And we were talking a little bit before we went on the air a little earlier this afternoon. Brenna Pukas for Glacier Peak, star player, Long Beach State, ready to go. How do you play a team? We're going to see Jolie in the second game. You know, an outstanding player. How did you approach a player like that?
Well, there's so many layers there. There really is. I mean, if I'm going to man up, I'm going to put somebody on him that I can afford to get fouls on him. You're going to keep your better impact players away from him in terms of having to defend him.
Right.
That being said, it's going to take more than one person to check him. So you're going to have people in line, and you're going to go over this in practice, and you're going to talk about it. And I don't know if there's such a thing as being able to shut a great player out, but you want to control them, and really you want to control the rest of the other people around that person, because you don't want a no-name to all of a sudden wake up and find themselves, and they just go off on you. But again, so much of that is scouting. A lot of it is what kind of personnel do you have? What kind of personnel do they have beyond that star player? Because, I mean, quite frankly, if you've got a stud and the rest of them are just pedestrian, if you will, you don't have a lot of decisions to make right there.
Right.
But if you've got a stud and you've got a pretty good surrounding cast, you pick your poison. And you may have to give something up in order to take care of that main focus point.
And then your guys or girls have to step up as well, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, there's no question about that. And that's why you need to look at your personnel and number one, who's your best defender? Hopefully your best defender isn't your best offensive player. You look for and we go physical. I remember, the Appleby days. I know when we played them, and we had great battles with those guys. My most physical players and athletic kids on my team, they were going to take Appleby.
Right.
And it was going to be a bump and grind night, and we were going to make it as difficult for him as possible.
And you held him to 32, right?
Well, I will say, I don't know the point. We did okay with him. Okay. We were successful, but it's one of those things that as a coaching staff, you pour through all the information you're given in addition to seeing them in person, and you go from there. And then you're making adjustments in the game.
Our pregame coaches interviews tonight were sponsored by Smoky Point Concrete. They've been part of strong foundations for more than 4 decades. Let's keep building teams and communities. SmokyPointConcrete.com. Glacier Peak Grizzlies and the Lake Stevens Vikings. You're listening to Snohomish County Western Conference Basketball at KRKO 1380 AM and FM 95.3, Everett's greatest hits. Okay. Yep.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do-It-Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Seth, they're recessing the flag into the holder up in the rafters of the building, and we're going to have a bunch of noise coming up here in about 13 seconds as we come to you live from the Lake Stevens High School Gymnasium. It's girls, boys, Wesco 4A Friday night double dip with the Lake Stevens Vikings hosting the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Today's game, today's starting lineup brought to you by Community Transit. Make the right play. If you're under 18, you can ride Community Transit buses, plus light rail with the ferry for free. Save money, go green. Enjoy your freedom. Visit ccgo.org/ride free. 3. So taking a look at the side starter. By the way, Everett coach Daryl Olson, Everett coach Daryl Olson's here. I'm Tom Lafferty. Statistician Buddy Patrick. Radio network producer Jeremy Mitchell. And here we go. The referee, Tony Turner, the umpire, John Leander, and Steve Landro. Glacier Peak, Brenna Pukas, 5'6" senior, heading to Long Beach State. Zoe Ritter, a 5'8" junior. Sammy Toma, Samantha Toma, 5'10" senior. Ricky Miller, a 5'9" senior. And Lillian Rickelson, a 5'10" freshman for Glacier Peak, their head coach, Brian Hill. Seth Dodge, Lake Stevens Vikings. His starters, Griffin Ima, Tessa Anastasi, Kendall Keel, Kira Tapua, Noelani Tapua. The ball is in the air. Underway we go, and it's the Lake Stevens Vikings in control. Moving to our right there in the home white uniforms. And off of the fingertips of Kira Tapua and out of bounds. So a turnover right off the bat, and it's right over to Glacier Peak. Glacier Peak Grizzlies and Lake Stevens coming out in a full court pressure. Ball went out of bounds. Brian Hill doesn't like the call. John Leander says, nope, we're going to give it over to Lake Stevens. It'll be their basketball.
I really like that. Very aggressive full court press there, causing an early turnover.
And Lake Stevens will have the basketball. Just underway, 15 seconds into the ball game. Lake Stevens really their second possession as they go around the Anastasi to the baseline. It's going to be stolen away and then down to the floor. We're going to have a foul called. We're going back the other way. Or did they say it was out of bounds? I think they said she was standing out of bounds trying to play defense. And so it'll be given over to Glacier Peak. So you can see that Seth Dodge is going to run the full court pressure. And it's good full court pressure. Here's a steal. It's going to grab and Kira Tapua with the steal and the bucket up and in. And the early lead goes to Lake Stevens. Coach, it worked right off the bat.
Oh, yeah, I love this. They are all over this place.
Well, Glacier Peak's yet to be in front court. We're 40 seconds into the ball game, and it's full court pressure. And now finally into front court they go. They're in the dark blue uniforms, moving to our left. Top of the key, pull-up jumper, Brenna Pukas, offline right, no good. Rebound grabbed down by Lake Stevens. Here come the Vikings out of back court. Bringing it up is Noelani Tapua to the baseline to go, off of her foot, not out of bounds.
That's too bad. She got a little too fancy right there. Could have made a nice little crossover, but went behind her back and couldn't handle that.
3 turnovers on Lake Stevens. They have the lead 2-0 here in the early going. Feed it right side for Glacier Peak. Then back out to the top of the key. Jumper on the way. 3-ball rattles off. No good by Zoe Ritter. Ritter with the miss. Tapua grabs the rebound. Up the floor they go quickly. Another turnover. No, yes, it is another turnover.
Wow.
I was waiting for the official to say who he's going to give the ball to, and it's going to be right back to Glacier Peak.
That's 4 turnovers in a minute, 15 seconds.
But the Vikings with the 2-0 lead over Glacier Peak, yet to dent the scoreboard.
I just love this press. Oh, they're backing up a little bit, but
bounce over right side. Pukas 3 on the way. Down it goes.
They're not afraid to shoot that, are they?
No. No. Our first lead change of the ball game. A 3-2 lead now for Glacier Peak. Beat it right side for Lake. That's Anastasi. Top of the key, it goes to Kendall Keel as they work the perimeter here. Kira Tapua goes into the paint, puts it up off the glass, and rattles it in. Back to a Lake Stevens lead here at 4-3 Vikings. Overplay on the defense by Noelani. Almost got it. No look pass. Shuttles the pass over the left side for the layup and good. The pass came from Zoe Ritter into the hands of Ricky Miller for the bucket. And it's back to a 1-point lead, 5-4 for Glacier Peak. Now Lake Stevens with the ball. Tapua. Kira Tapua off the fingertips and out of bounds. Brian Hill trying to do some refereeing from here on the baseline. It's not going to work. It's going to be Lake Stevens ball underneath their own hoop as they loft one into the top of the key. Feed it over right-hand side, Kira Tapua. Starts to dribble to the baseline. Thought better of it, then goes in, lays it up and in.
Yeah, good move.
He took it down to the baseline, then went back the other way, and it's back to another 4 lead changes here in the early going. Brenna Pukas, top of the key, dribble drive along the right-hand side. She goes down to the floor. There's two players for each team down. The jump ball, held ball, it's going to be possession of favoring Glacier Peak. They'll have it at the baseline, 2 hours left. Nice crowd on hand, doubleheader tonight. girls to start. Boys will follow here along around 9 o'clock or so. Here's a shot up by Ricky Miller. Missed it.
There's
Down
one
the
of
other
those,
end.
one of those threes.
Nope, won't go. Anastasi with the miss. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lake Steve. Oh. Okay, I think Leander knew who it went off of. John Leander. He pointed the wrong way. It's going to remain in the possession of Lake Stevens in front court. 5:15 to go. Opening quarter. 6-5 lead for the Vikings on their home floor. As they get it on the inbounds, Noelani Tapua across the top of the key, changes direction. Third time and puts it up to short arms. It won't go. And the rebound controlled by Glacier Peak. Grizzlies out of backcourt. Zoe Ritter to the top of the key, goes around the defender, and now they're going to call a foul on Anastasi. Steve Alandro will call it on number 10. And that'll be Tessa Anastasi. I think that's our first foul of the night so far, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
First personal, first team. And now out of bounds on the far side for Glacier Peak. 4:58 to go. Opening quarter. A 6-5 lead for Lake. Glacier Peak with the basketball. The jumper going in, laying up and good. Nice backdoor lob inside for the bucket, up and in by Sammy Toma. And another lead change, 7-6. So we're out my pencil just doing the lead changes here. On top of the key for Lake Stevens, Kendall Keel. Give it off to Noelani Tapua. Fadeaway jumper goes up high, off the rim, no good, but rebound grabbed down by Keel again. Reload up and in, down it goes. That's a two. That's a two up and in for Kira Tapua. She's got 8 points, all 8 of the points. She's got all 8 of the points.
She's a handful.
Yes, she is. Here's a little runner that won't go for Glacier Peak. Here's Kira back down the other way. Reverse lay-in, rattles and goes.
Wow.
Up and in. Biggest lead of the game for the Lake Stevens Vikings. Up by 3, 10-7. She's got all 10 points.
What did Seth say before the game? She's being looked at a lot of D1 schools. I can see why. She has got some talent.
Ball goes out of bounds. It's last touch. Glacier Peak commits a turnover. Zoe Ritter can't handle it.
Well, GP has got no answer so far for Kira.
No.
She's fun to watch.
And her sister just inbounded the ball to her.
Yeah.
Her sister missed. I was at the Snohomish game. She missed because she was playing soccer. She's being looked at for soccer, and she was off on a club team. Outside. 3 ball on the way, won't go. A miss there by Griffin Iman. It's going to be grabbed down. Back inside it goes to Kendall Keel. Back out to Noelani. She'll measure, fire 3. Down it goes. Hey, sister, I can do it too. It's a 6-point lead for Lake Stevens on their home floor. 13-7, 3:17 to go in the opening quarter. Dribble drive through. A blocking foul is going to be called. As Brenna Pukas tried to find her way down there. And it's going to be the foul on Noelani Tapua. Her first personal foul, second team foul of this first quarter.
I tell you, Tom, I know it's early. These are two pretty good teams.
Yeah.
There is a lot of intensity on this floor.
Going out of the inbounds, going up with the lay-in, no good. It's a miss there by Lillian Riekelson. She's the freshman. Cleared out by Noelani Tapua. Goes to the baseline.
Great take. Wow. Great take.
And a timeout on the floor called by Brian Hill. It's an 8-point lead for Lake Stevens over Glacier Peak. Timeout on the floor with 3:04 to go in the opening quarter. We'll be back with more right after this timeout.
Bickford Ford is celebrating 90 years in business in Snohomish, Washington. When they opened their doors in 1934, things looked a little different. But their commitment to the community and their customers hasn't changed a bit. So when you're in the market for a new vehicle, electric, gas, or something in between, start at the place you can trust. Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership, Bickford Ford, on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
With the lead over Glacier Peak, Wesco 4A girls, 15-7 lead for the Vikings. And it's Glacier Peak basketball. Brenda Pukas brings it across the timeline. Out top side, 3 ball on the way, offline, no. Ricky Miller with a miss. Rebound grabbed out by Dylan Gordon. She gives it off to Toma, goes in. Her lay-in is up and in. Went around the defender, put it up, and laid it in, and it's 15-9. Lake Stevens with as much.
Oh, good crossover.
Underneath they go. Kira goes down. There's a Glacier Peak Grizzly. That's Brenna Pukas, I think, was laying on the ground. The foul is going to be called here on Pukas. Her first personal foul, first team foul of the quarter here. And Kira Tupua goes to the free throw line. Kira with already, does she have 10 points? She has 10 points in this first quarter. There's still 2:38 to go. 11 points now with the first free throw up and in. Pukas with the foul, her first personal, first team. Kira Tupua, couple of dribbles here. Airborne and in. Dozen points of the 17. She's got 12 of them for the Vikings.
They just don't have an answer for her.
Pukas top of the key. Goes around a screen, dumps it down low, going in. Blocked out of there by Kendall Keel. Nice block there. It's controlled by Lake Stevens. Noelani measures for a three, fires, puts it off the side of the iron, no good. Who's got it? It's going to be grabbed now by Glacier Peak. Grabbed by Miller. Up the floor they come. Pukas across the timeline. Stops at the top of the key. Looked at a jumper, couldn't get the defender off her. Going in, a laying up, that's going to be a miss there. Missed by Toma, and the rebound controlled by Noelani Tapua. Out of backcourt, she comes behind the back dribble, goes down the lane, puts it up too hard off the glass. Offensive foul is going to be called.
Probably a good call.
Yeah, a little bit out of control down there.
Yeah.
Noelani Tapua picks up the foul. That's her second personal, third team. A couple of subs will check in for the Vikings. Cameron Storm checks in, as does Addie Baker. That's their fifth turnover on Lake Stevens, but they lead it by 8, 17-9. Inside 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter.
Oh,
I thought
she walked.
Brenna Pukas top of the key. Measures for a three, fires, and down it goes. If she gets hot, look out.
Yeah. And they're paying attention to her. They're checking her pretty tight, but she's going to come off screens and get some open shots.
5-point lead. Backdoor lob inside for Lake Stevens. Went awry, came off the side of the iron, goes down into the hands of Tessa Anastasi. We're going to have another offensive foul. And I think we're going to have a warning here, too.
I think we got it.
Offensive foul. And a delay of game warning on her as well for Tessa Anastasi.
She slapped at the ball.
Yeah. She's given the, what did I do?
Right.
And that's what Mom says, you know what you did.
Right. No, and that's a good warning. I don't want them to tee her up. She got her warning. She knows better.
Her second personal foul, fourth team foul. And it's going to be Glacier Peak basketball. Down by 5, 17-12. Pull-up jumper on the way, up and in. Good for Zoe Ritter. 17-14, now 3-point lead. So it was 8, it's now 3. Minute 10 to play, opening quarter. Boys game to follow here. Fadeaway jumper, Kira Tapua, that won't go, rattles off. Rebound, and they're going to call it jump ball. They're going to say simultaneous possession. They're off the rebound. And that'll stay in the front court for Lake Stevens.
They could have also, I think, called it traveling there, but they went with a jump ball, which is more politically correct.
Inbounds here. Tapua will throw it in. On the inbounds, she gets it in finally. Addie Baker gets it. Down low they go. Keel, turn, face, fire, won't go. Rebound, Zoe Ritter. Ritter out of backcourt with a right-handed dribble. Swings the pass into the left-hand side to Toma. Goes into traffic, goes up. The scoop lay-in won't go. And a foul's going to be called. I think they're going to get Toma. Yeah, they're going to get her a little frustration. Went in, that lay-in just wouldn't go.
Yeah.
And she's nodding her head, said, yep, I did it. First personal foul, second team foul of the quarter, of which there's 40 seconds left. Here at Tapua up the left side. They're kind of back down against the defender. Still on the dribble. Looks for a screen. She gets tied up. Good defense there.
That was really good defense. And Glacier Peak was very patient there. They knew what they were going to do as soon as she turned her back to the defender, and they came up from the backside and got that tied up ball.
So it'll be Glacier Peak basketball. Checking in now is Dara Olotu. She will commit 6'2" junior. That's when Brian Hill said, yeah, we're shorter than they are.
Yeah.
That's who he was looking at, Dara Olotu.
Yep.
Waiting for the final shot here. The shot clock is dead, down to 12 seconds to go.
I wonder who's going to take it.
Yeah. Well, Pukas is not anywhere close now, down to 4 seconds. Turnaround jumper won't go. Rebound controlled by Lake Stevens. That will be that end of the first quarter. Our score, the Lake Stevens Vikings 17, the Glacier Peak Grizzlies 14. Second quarter coming up right here on KRKO.
Seattle Sports on 710 is your radio home for the Seattle Mariners.
Back, and over the wall for a home run.
Every home run, every strikeout, every Mariners win.
Swing and a miss and a slider, strike 3, and it's over.
And catch the game on your smartphone. Download the Seattle Sports app to stream the radio broadcast of every Mariners game.
Goodbye, baseball. A walk-off 2-run home run.
Seattle Sports is your home for the Mariners.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Say goodbye to insurance confusion. Hello to peace of mind. You're in good hands with Legacy West and Allstate on 112th Street in Everett and on Facebook.
Wow, what a first quarter.
17-14 lead for Lake over Glacier Peak. We get underway. Second quarter, Glacier Peak basketball. Moving to our left in the navy blue uniforms. White numbers, silver trim. Brenna Pukas on her way to Long Beach State, on her way to the hoop. Who puts it up, misses the lay-in, no good. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Kira Tafua of Lake Stevens. So it'll stay on this end. It'll be Glacier Peak basketball with a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Looking to inbounds it. They do. To Sammy Toma, goes in, loses the defender, puts it up and in. Nice move by Toma. Lost the defender and then had a clear access to the hoop, and it's a 1-point ball game, 17-16. Vikings, they've been kind of silent here the last couple of trips down the floor. Kendall Keel looks at the shot, and then she goes on the dribble, and they're going to call another offensive foul. Brian Hill made that call from over here on the sidelines.
That's 3. They are certainly doing a great job of disturbing them on their dribble.
And Glacier Peak's doing a good job absorbing those.
Yeah, they're
offensive fouls. Inbounds here for Glacier Peak. 17-16 Vikings on their home floor with the world's largest band across the way from us. Disrupting things as well. Here's a laser beam pass down low, but the lane won't go for Zoe Ritter. Tough luck shot for Ritter. And Kira Tupua brings it out of back court. Goes around the defender, puts it up too hard off the glass, no good. Olotu back up, and it will not go as well. Keel has it. Her shot won't go. That's 3, and a jump ball then at the end of it. 3, coach, point blank shots, and they couldn't get him to go.
That happens. A lot of activity, a lot of hands, a lot of arms. Probably a little bit of contact.
Lake will inbound. You're looking at Kendall Keel's arms. I think they thought there was blood.
Yep.
But she said, nope. That's just the way. That's just the way I'm built. So they say, okay, play on, carry on. Here we go. Inbounds. Noelani Tapua. The pass comes from Kira. Turns around, puts it up from 14. Won't go. Rebound controlled down by Zoe Ritter of Glacier Peak, and a foul in the backcourt. That's going to be Noelani Tapua's 3rd personal foul.
Such a silly foul. Just no reason to do that in the backcourt. She'll learn.
Yep.
She's young.
Yep. So she will go to the bench with 3 personals.
Yeah, that's just silly. And that's going to hurt him.
So here we go. Glacier Peak into front court to our left. That's Zoe Ritter out of Pukas. Pukas, they're on her. They're not trying to not give her an open look at the hoop. She puts up a runner that does go up and in, and it's back to a lead for Glacier Peak.
That was a good little stutter dribble right there. Straighten the defense up.
Glacier Peak equals their biggest lead of the ball game. 1. Here's a pull-up jumper on the way. Kira Tapua to the rescue, and it's back to a Lake Stevens lead. Our 7th lead change here in this first half. 19-18 Lake. Pukas has it top of the key. Now they go down low, going in, laying up. That's going to be a miss. Who's got it? Looked like it was carried out of bounds by Zoe Ritter, but they're going to say last touch by Lake Stevens. Do Viking basketball. And it'll be Lillian Riekelson will check in for the Grizzlies. Looking to inbound it here. Dylan Gordon. Got it, rolled it in.
Oh,
Saved
good
it
hustle.
Yeah,
Great
grabbed
hustle.
by Lake. Here they go. Here's Kira. Goes in, laying up and in.
And fouled.
And 1 for Kira Tapua. Go back, Coach, talk about the defense that really caused that turnover.
Oh, very active hands, and that was the thing. A questionable pass, but the fact that you've got really active hands in the passing lane, that's what caused it.
Kira Tapua at the free throw line. It'll be Zoe Ritter with a foul. 1 free throw won't go. Ball went out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by
GP.
Yeah, Glacier Peak was the last to touch it.
Timeout.
We have a timeout on the floor called by Brian Hill of Glacier Peak. We step out with 5 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the first half. 21-18 Vikings leading the Grizzlies. More after this.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do-It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
41 Panthers.
Snohomish beats Everett in 3A plays. Western Conference, they'll have a nightcap of a girls game coming up shortly over there. Here it's 21-18. Lake Stevens with the lead and a turnover by the Vikings. That's their 9th turnover, yet they lead it 21-18. If I told you you'd have 9 turnovers, do you think you'd be down by 10?
Oh my gosh, I agree.
So here come the Grizzlies. Brenna Pukas directs traffic as she brings it out of backcourt. Stops at the top of the key. Kind of up fakes and goes to Riekelson. She starts to dribble, goes in, has the ball stripped away from her. Kendall Keel is right there to strip the ball. It's going to be grabbed by Kira Tapua out of backcourt. Then Keel sets the screen.
Nice
Get a rifle bounce pass down low. It's going to go back to Tapua. She goes in. Another pass, and it's going to be blocked from behind, but it's going to be a foul call. What a pass.
Good vision. She has just got such great court awareness.
Kendall Keel will be at the free throw line for Lake Stevens. Riekelson picks up the foul for the Grizzlies. Her first personal foul, second team foul of the quarter. First free throw, no. Skids off by Kendall Keel. Won't go. And so another on the way here. Yeah, the officials, Tony Cherlin, John Leander, and Steve Landro.
Good veteran crew.
Yep. They'll do both games of the twin bill. Second free throw goes. The lead is 4. Glacier Peak's led by as much as 1. Lake Stevens by as much as 8 in this ball game. We've had 7 lead changes. I don't think we've done with lead changes tonight yet either. There's Brenna Pukas, long outside 3, won't go. Rebound going to be just stolen away by Anastasi. Up the floor to Kira Tapua. Saved her from going out of bounds. Dribble along the baseline. Has the ball stripped by Brenna Pukas. And out of backcourt. Then they're going to call a reach-in foul on Kira Tapua. I think that's just frustration.
That is total frustration. And that's just a senseless foul. I think that's 2 on her. Is that
That's
one?
just
Is that her first? Okay.
You know what? That's a throwaway foul.
Yeah.
You get 1.5.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
For the third team foul. So it'll be Glacier Peak basketball. Down by 4, 22-18. And Brenna Pukas is talking to John Leander, the referee over there. Like, watch for this or watch for that.
Yeah, I think she feels like she's getting held off every screen, which honestly she probably is.
Probably is.
Yeah, there is a lot of contact underneath there. Both teams very aggressive.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah.
Point left side, Zoe Ritter. She found no one to pass to, so she shoots a long outside 3 ball, then skids off, and I don't think it hit the rim. It's going to be grabbed by Kira Chapua. She kind of hesitates and then goes around the defender, puts it up and in, and it's a 6-point lead at 24-18. 4:20 to go in the opening half. Long outside 3 now won't go for Ricky Miller. Kept alive by Glacier Peak. Brenna Pukas with it. She'll shoot it long outside 3. The bank is open in Lake Stevens.
Bank is open.
Wow, she banks that in from about 21 feet. 24-21. Long outside pass over to the right-hand side. Now over to the left for a rattling 3 ball. Down it goes for Griffin Hyman. Paddles it home and puts it out to a 6-point lead again at 27-21. Here's Pukas into the paint. Bad pass right to the hands of Annie Baker. Here come the Vikings. Turnover on Glacier Peak. Lake Stevens basketball leading by 6, 27-21. Dribbling in.
Nice pass.
She got it over. Yeah. Up once, would go for Iman. Second time, it went to Keel. And Keel now will be at the free throw line. She got fouled. And they're going to call this one on Miller. Ricky Miller picks up her first personal foul. 3rd team foul. 2 shots here for Kendall Keel. First one is airborne and up and good. Glacier Peak comes in off a win over Monroe, 68-39 on Wednesday night. They lost last Saturday night to Snohomish, 62-42 in the crosstown battle of Snohomish. Next free throw, no. The lead is 7. 1 away from the biggest lead for Lake Stevens. And here's another offensive. They're consistent. Another offensive foul.
And that was a good call.
Yeah. Zoe Ritter kind of puts out her palms like, what, me? Yes. It'll be on her second personal foul for Ritter. 3rd team foul. 4 team foul. 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember when I learned to count. So 4 team fouls. 3:16 to go. First half. 28-21. The lead for Lake. Vikings with it. Kira Chapua on the dribble. Feeds in the corner. Left side. 3 on the way. It's going to be a miss. A miss in the corner by Addie Baker. Rebound control. Back up. 3 on the way. Bang. Down it goes. Sammy Toma buries that one. And it's 28-24. There's Kira Chapua. Goes in. Too hard off the window. No good. Rebound's going to be grabbed down by Glacier Peak. Toma brings it out of backcourt. Feeds left. 3 on the way. Rims out. No good. It was a miss by Miller. The rebound grabbed down and then tied up. Dylan Gordon had the rebound. And it'll stay on this end. Glacier Peak will have it. 28 on the shot clock. 2:32 to go in the first half. 28-24. Vikings with the lead. Wesco 4A girls basketball. Outside 3. Pukas won't go. Knocked out of bounds. Kind of coming through there, Sammy Toma. Knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Glacier Peak Lake Stevens basketball after Seth Dodge calls a timeout. We step out. 2:27 to go in the first half. Lake Stevens 28, Glacier Peak 24. Back with more after this.
At Capelli Cabinetry, it's not just wood. It's the start of something beautiful. Each grain tells a story, each piece crafted with care, because to us, it's more than just a cabinet. It's a legacy. Our passion is creating cabinetry that reflects your unique style and stands the test of time. Crafted in Snohomish, where every piece becomes a part of your story. Capelli Cabinetry, crafting excellence one cabinet at a time.
Coach Daryl Olson, the Lake Stevens band just has too much fun.
That is a serious band, and there are a lot of kids there, and they are all involved. I love it.
Yep. Here we go.
Nice pass.
Beautiful pass down down to the floor. Tough landing there. And that's going to be free throws coming up here for Tessa Anastasi. The foul's going to be on Ricky Miller for Glacier Peak. Her second personal, 5th team foul. So 2 the rest of the way for Lake Stevens. Free throw up, good. Lead is 5, 29-24. 2:21 to play. First half. First half of the twin bill tonight with the boys to follow. Next free throw, good. The lead is 6, 30-24. Brenna Pukas brings out of the backcourt. On her way to Long Beach State. Senior guard for Glacier Peak. She'll give it off to Rickelson, the freshman. Goes in with the left hand. Rims off, won't go. It was going to be an and one. Now it's going to be earned at the stripe with 2. And it's going to be called on Kendall Keel. Her second personal foul, 4th team foul.
Pretty talented little freshman there.
Rickelson, first one won't go. That's called an announcer jinx right there.
Yeah, right.
You say something nice and then
Yeah.
Plus height, 5'10", freshman. Missing both free throws. I think we're going to have a Kira Chapua injury.
Injury timeout.
Or blood.
Bloody nose. I'm not surprised.
And the new rule, one of the points of emphasis, if you can get it done in 20 seconds, you don't have to come out.
Oh.
That's the new rule this year. Yeah. There you go. See? Good training staff.
There we go.
Shove that cotton ball up your nose and off you go.
Yeah.
You don't have to, and especially if it's Kira Chapua.
Yeah, you're not going to want her out of the lineup
No.
at all.
She'll get recipient of the inbounds pass and brings it out of backcourt. Leading by 6, the Lake Stevens Vikings. Kira Chapua on the dribble. Tries to split the defender. They have 2 defenders on her. Puts it up off the rim. No good. Rebound grab down by Pukas. Here come the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Inside 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Dribble drive along the right side. Down to the floor and out of bounds.
Oh.
No foul called. Sammy Toma fell down. Either she tripped over the volleyball stripe.
Well,
or or tripped over her own feet.
Well, there you go, and that's why they didn't blow it. They figured she tripped over her own feet.
Yeah. Bounce pass over the right-hand side. This is a 6-point lead for Lake Stevens. They have the basketball. Another, again, down on the floor is Dylan Gordon for Glacier Peak. No call. Corner. Looking at 3. Didn't take it there for Anastasi. They'll feed it over the left-hand side to Griffin Iman. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Who's got it? It's going to be down to the baseline. Shot on the way. Goes off the back of the iron. No good. The shot by Iman was a miss. The rebound controlled by Glacier Peak. Grizzlies out of backcourt with 1:05 to play in the first half. Reichelson, turn, face, fire, air ball. No. Rebound grabbed down by Lake Stevens. Addie Baker brings it, splits the defense. Ball knocked away from her. Back the other way we go. It's Glacier Peak basketball. 27 on the shot clock, 49 of the game clock. Long outside 3, offline, won't go. Back out for Pukas, buries the 3. Shooters shoot.
Shooters continue to shoot. I agree.
30-27 with 35 seconds to go in the first half. 21 on the shot clock. Kira Chapua. Battling, goes through, has the ball stripped away from her. Rickelson, the freshman, takes it away, goes in, swatted, and a foul will be called. Griffin Iman will be the guilty party here. Free throws coming up here for Lillian Rickelson. We're going to have some substitutions.
You know, with Kira right there, everything comes so easy for her.
Yeah.
She sometimes tries to do too much, and she thinks she can do some things when there's just literally nothing there. And I think that's what happened there on that turnover.
Here's a chance where she can sit for 21 seconds.
Yeah, get that nose under control. She's pretty wadded up there. I don't like the idea of her sister being in there with 3 fouls.
Rickelson missed the first free throw, hit the second one, so she's missed 3 of the 4 free throws so far.
They're going to double team here, which I think is a great move.
Nolani Chapua brings
not
it
gonna
across the timeline. In the corner, Iman, bang, down it goes. 3 ball, 2. It was a 2 ball, so a 4-point lead. Now to 6 seconds to go. Rickelson goes in, lay it up. No, won't go. 2 seconds. Tap up won't go, and that will bring us to the end of the first half. Almost went in from about half court, too. We used to call that a viewing shot right there. 32-28, Lake Stevens with the 4-point lead over Glacier Peak. Lake Stevens on their home floor. First game of the doubleheader. The boys will go out and they will start to warm up, getting ready for their game coming up.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race. Look at this! To the 4 a.m. starts, training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters. Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. Cue rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best. Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun. I promise you.
Seattle Sports on 710 is your radio home for the Seattle Mariners.
Back, and over the wall for a home run!
Every home run, every strikeout, every Mariners win.
Swing and a miss and a slider, strike 3, and it's over.
And catch the game on your smartphone. Download the Seattle Sports app to stream the radio broadcast of every Mariners game.
Goodbye, baseball! A walk-off 2-run home run!
Seattle Sports is your home for the Mariners.
Bickford Ford is celebrating 90 years in business in Snohomish, Washington. When they opened their doors in 1934, things looked a little different. But their commitment to the community and their customers hasn't changed a bit. So when you're in the market for a new vehicle, electric, gas, or something in between, start at the place you can trust. Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership, Bickford Ford, on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and you know that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Here on the team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boats.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
At Capelli Cabinetry, it's not just wood. It's the start of something beautiful. Each grain tells a story, each piece crafted with care, because to us, it's more than just a cabinet. It's a legacy. Our passion is creating cabinetry that reflects your unique style and stands the test of time. Crafted in Snohomish, where every piece becomes a part of your story. Capelli Cabinetry, crafting excellence one cabinet at a time.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
The future is threatened by enemies often unrelenting, unexpected, and unpredictable. midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical.
Enemy drone down.
Because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater.
Sending coordinates now.
When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
Deep three for Nasanek, and he nails it. Hawkins, he finds it. Nagel for three. Drives not there, but the putback.
Step through move, kick it out. Connor, three on the way. Back.
Little highlight time.
Cuellar just goes hard.
Backed out for a three on the way. Down it goes.
Hawkins for three. Got it!
White is going to shoot the three. Flip in the lane, head fake going the long way.
Here's a long outside three, and bang, down it goes.
Four on the shot clock. Turnaround jumper.
Got it.
Yes.
Out body travel.
I did too.
Up fake. Once, twice. Finally, Failer puts it up and in.
Cuellar's not shy. Drives into the paint. Turns. And it falls. Trey. Tough shot. Oh, finally,
Dribble drive through. Connor to Jones with the bucket.
McFerrin back down. Open three. Hawkins buries it.
Gets him off. Now turns. Tough shot. He goes.
And look.
Great shot.
15 on the shot clock. Goes around the screen. Back out. That's a long outside three that goes down.
Bickford Ford is celebrating 90 years in business in Snohomish, Washington. When they opened their doors in 1934, things looked a little different. But their commitment to the community and their customers hasn't changed a bit. So when you're in the market for a new vehicle, electric, gas, or something in between, start at the place you can trust. Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership, Bickford Ford, on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
I'm in favor of these doubleheaders.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the sheer excitement that's in the gymnasium. I mean, and you've got your girls crowd that follows the girls team and a boys crowd. It's nice to bring them together so you can see them both. This is just great. This is a terrific environment tonight.
Yeah.
This is high school basketball.
Well, this is how we all grew up. Right?
Yes, yeah.
It's Friday night. Where are you going? To the ball game.
That's right. As it should be. As it should be.
Yep. So here we go. Second half getting underway. Brought to you by the Law Office of Russell Hill. Proud sponsors of the Boy and Girl Athlete of the Month, Athletes of the Year program. Russell Hill. Call 800-LAW-0842. It'll be Lake Stevens' possession as the first shot was Tessa Anastasi. Thought she got fouled. No call there. Noelani Chapua puts it up offline. Hit nothing but glass. It will come away. It'll be grabbed by Glacier Peak. Grizzlies with the basketball down by 4. Right-hand corner, 3 on the way. Up it goes and down it goes. And then also falling down. But the corner shot was up and in by Rickelson. So she buried the 3. It makes it a 1-point ball game, 32-31. Anastasi in front court. Here's a fadeaway jumper. Down it goes. Griffin Ivan. Boy, she's just Johnny on the spot, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. She's a good shooter.
When they need that 3, down it goes, and it's back to a 4-point lead, 35-31. We're a minute into the third quarter. A Friday night in the hills above Lake Stevens. Here's a shot on the way. It's going to be a miss. No good by Miller. Grabbed by Lake Stevens. Noelani Chapua brings it to the top of the key. Feeds it off left side. Iman shot. No. Rebound grabbed down by Glacier Peak. Sammy Toma. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Glacier Peak. They commit the turnover. It'll be Lake Stevens basketball. 6:47 to go. Third quarter. Seth Dodge, the head coach of the Lake Stevens Vikings, to our left. Brian Hill, head coach of the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, to our right. Both standing, yelling instructions at their team.
Bad. That's a bad pass.
Bad pass inside. It's going to be grabbed by Brenna Pukas. Pukas brings it into front court, feeds it out for a long outside 3, and it goes down.
Wow.
That was a long shot by Ricky Miller. Put it in. That was an NBA 3.
Yeah, that was right there on that NBA line.
And it's Lake Stevens leading it 35-34. Noelani Chapua almost has it stolen away. Anastasi will shoot a 3. Rattles off, no good. Kept alive there by Lake Stevens going in. The runner by Anastasi, that won't go. And here comes Glacier Peak with a chance to take the lead. They've led by as much as 1 point in this ball game. We've had 7 lead changes. Long outside shot. It goes. Ricky Miller with the 3 ball, and it's back to a Glacier Peak lead, our 8th lead change of this ball game, and the biggest lead of the game. Here's a shot on the way. It won't go for Noelani Chapua. Here comes Glacier Peak again. Grizzlies by 2. Corners jumper, good. Down it goes, and a timeout call. Brenna Pukas buries it, and it's a 5-point lead for Glacier Peak over Lake Stevens. The Vikings call a timeout. We step out with 5:34 to go in the third quarter. Glacier Peak 40.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I am the beast.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's. goals.
Quarter. Now Glacier Peak with their biggest lead of the game up by 5. That was quick, as you mentioned.
That was quick.
12-3
Yep.
run to start this half. Here comes Kira Tapua. To back down, turn around at the foul line. Feed a pass right side to Keel as Poole has him knocked away and then stolen right back by Tapua. And a foul will be whistled here. It's going to be on Glacier Peak. And it's going to be on Zoe Ritter. That's her third personal foul. First team foul of the second half, this third quarter. Looking for the inbound, way out top side. Out by the center line is Noelani Tapua. Changes direction, goes in, step through a move, puts it up, foul call. 2 shots coming up here for Noelani Tapua. This is another foul on Zoe Ritter.
She did a really nice job with the ball. I thought she set up the defense real nicely to get fouled in there. Good ball handling.
And Ritter just picks up her 4th personal foul, 2nd in a row. Noelani Tapua, first free throw won't go. And she will get another there. Ritter will sit. And Dylan Gordon will check in for her. Next one by Noelani, ribs off, no good, but the rebound taken down by Kendall Cool. Right back it goes to Noelani. Long cross-court pass over the right side, ball knocked away. Griffin Iman couldn't handle it.
That's
not the pass coach is looking for.
No, not when you can swing it around the perimeter. That from corner to corner is just not a smart pass.
40-35, Peak by 5. They've got the ball. Brina Pukas has the ball and takes it right to the rack and puts it up, and it's a 7-point lead for the Grizzlies. Corner jumper 3 on the way that won't go for Griffin Iman, and rebound control by Glacier Peak. Rickelson gets it to Pukas. They'll work it out for a 3 on the way, rattles off, no good. Miss in the corner, put back, no good. Sammy Toma with the 3 miss. And, Steve Landro was telling one of the players for Glacier Peak that was standing to sit down. Well, she was actually on the end of the bench. So
I think she just walked.
Here's Brenda Pukas dribbling in. Good defense on her. Now she's triple teamed. Been the key for a long time. It's got to be 3 seconds.
Yep. Good call.
Yeah. I thought she was going to put 10 takes down.
Well, when she got the ball in bounds, she walked right away, and they didn't say that. So
7-point lead for Glacier Peak. 4:29 to play in the third. At the right wing now, that is Anastasi. They'll work the perimeter. Over the left side to Kira Tapua. Eyes a 3. Buries the 3.
Yes, she does.
And Hardly, she's got 21 points in the ball game. It hardly riffled the twine. It went through so cleanly. 42-38. The lead is 4.
Oh, great crossover. Oh, my goodness.
And then a foul from behind, and that's going to be 4 on Noelani Tapua. As Pukas went through, had a great, as you said, crossover move.
Yep.
And that kind of caught Noelani Tapua flat-footed. She'll be at the free throw line for 2 shots here. Noelani will sit. Free throw good. Sub comes in. That'll be Autumn Swabity. She comes in. And Noelani Tapua will have to sit with 4 personals.
And she'll be sitting for quite a while.
Pukas, next free throw good. She's got also 21 points, so a pair of 21-pointers. A couple of blackjacks here. 44-38. They won't end with 21. Down low it goes. Turnaround. Iman puts it up. Tough luck shot. Won't go this time. I gave her a compliment being Johnny on the spot. She hasn't hit anything since. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Glacier Peak. Viking basketball in their front court to our left. Lake Stevens in the white jerseys. Purple numbers, gold trim. Moving to our left. Anastasi has it on the dribble. To the top of the key. Give it off to Kira Tapua. Trying for a step-through move. She gets double-teamed there. Steps through the double team. Puts it up too hard off the back of the iron. No good. Samantha Toma grabs the rebound for Glacier Peak. Leading by 6. Dribble in. Feed a corner. On the way. Pukas no. Misses it, but the rebound kept alive there by Dylan Gordon. Back out to the outside. 3 on the way. That won't go for Toma. And this rebound's grabbed down by Lake Stevens. Kendall Cool. Out of backcourt they come. Anastasi has it, top of the key. Starts the dribble. Goes left. Now he feeds it over. Here's a shot on the way.
There you go.
Bang. Down it goes for Griffin Iman. Okay, I'm off the hook.
You knew that was going to happen eventually. She's getting too many good wide open looks.
Yeah, she was wide open there. Here's a shot on the way. That won't go for Pukas. Rebound grabbed by Iman. Lead is 3, 44-41. Anastasi. Oh, left side. That's Iman. Missed it. Everything. Came up short with an air ball, but kept alive by Lake Stephen. Back out for Iman again. Shoot or shoot. This one won't go. Lucas grabs the rebound. Foul to be called. Yeah, this is going to be on Kira. Tapua picks up the foul.
Yeah.
It'll be her second. And the second team foul.
I tell you, Griffin Iman is getting wide open looks. And she will continue to shoot. She's frustrated right now.
2-2-2 to go here in the third quarter. Down low, offensive foul.
That's a good call.
Yep.
I know Brian doesn't think so. He's pretty upset, but that was a good call.
Yeah, he had a pained look on his face.
Yeah, he thinks she flopped. I disagree.
Second personal, third team foul. Measuring for 3 was Kendall Cool. Didn't take it. Couldn't pull the trigger. And the rebound is going to be a foul call. It's going to be a foul here on Tessa Anastasi. That's going to be her third. And the third team foul. So out of bounds for Glacier Peak. 2:07 to go in the third quarter. 44-41 Glacier Peak. Lake Stevens is led by as much as 8. Glacier Peak by as much as 7. 8 lead changes in the ball game. Dribbling in, going in, kind of an air ball. Won't go for Pukas. Kept alive, almost out of the hallway. Kept alive by Lake Stevens. Actually, they'll have the basketball. Carried out of bounds by Glacier Peak. Viking basketball down by 3. Inside 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here at Tapua brings it up. Kick it over to Anastasi. Out for a long outside 3, and it goes down. Boom, buries it. And our first tie of the ball game, 44 all. Minute 33 to go in the third quarter. Britta Pukas full drive, splits the defense, lays it up and in. It's a big league player right there.
Yeah,
Just 3 defenders.
Yep.
On our way to Long Beach State. But they got a lot of work to do here in Lake Stevens tonight. They'd like to be at the state tournament coming up in March. Here's a long outside. Griffin Iman 3. Down it goes. That is our 9th lead change and back to a Lake Stevens lead. 47-46. Inside a minute to play. Bounce pass down. Rickelson. Foul is there. It's going to be on Autumn Swapity. It's going to pick up the foul. That's her first personal foul. And the 4th team foul. 55 seconds to go here in the third quarter and a 1-point ball game. The folks continue to file in for tonight's doubleheader. Boys game to follow. Shot on the way, won't go for Glacier Peak. Now up the floor, it's going to be controlled by Lake Stevens. Ball went out of bounds. Griffin Iman didn't like that call. She kind of puts up her hands. It was perfect.
Yeah.
It looked just like Home Alone.
Yeah.
That was the look she had with both her hands on her cheeks going, no.
Right.
But yes.
Yeah.
So here comes Glacier Peak. Down by 1.
Let's see how they play this last possession here.
As they'll work at the perimeter.
A lot of offense being run, a lot of screens.
Down low,
pop out.
Turn around, shot on the way, rips off, no good. Ringleson with the freshman with the miss. Shot clock is dead. And Seth Dodge says, play for one.
It's a good call.
Here at Tapua.
Don't get careless.
Finds a screen. There's one, but it's going to be an air ball. Kept alive.
That is not what you wanted because you now give them back the ball with 9 seconds, and it's not what you wanted. And
so
here we go.
In the front court, Pukas will bring it up. Met there by Kira Tapua. Down to 3, down to 2. Rickelson, long outside 3, won't go. That'll bring us to the end of the quarter. Don't you dare go away. For one thing, we've got a doubleheader coming up, second game, but this game's far from over. With 8 minutes to play, Lake Stevens leads Glacier Peak 47-46. Back with more, fourth quarter, right after this.
Capelli Cabinetry, it's not just wood. It's the start of something beautiful. Each grain tells a story, each piece crafted with care, because to us, it's more than just a cabinet. It's a legacy. Our passion is creating cabinetry that reflects your unique style and stands the test of time. Crafted in Snohomish, where every piece becomes a part of your story. Capelli Cabinetry, crafting excellence one cabinet at a time.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Second or the fourth and final quarter in a 1-point ball game.
What a game. This has just been a terrific game.
And it'll be Glacier Peak basketball to start this third or fourth quarter. I think. Yeah, they're finally trying to find somebody to throw, but you do it. No, I'm not going to do it. You do it.
Right.
So here we go, inbounds. Pukas has it. 8 minutes to play. Pukas brings it to the top of the key. And she double dribbled. She tried a crossover and double dribbled. She doesn't think she did. But the official is the one with the whistle. Brian Hill, I think he's outside the coaching box. He's right in front of us talking to his book runner. You know, he's sneaking back over. Oh, he's looking to see who has what number of fouls to put somebody in. So here we go. Inbounds. Lake Stevens basketball. Give it to Anastasi. Has the ball stripped away from her. Grabbed by Rickelson. Boy, she's a good-looking freshman. Pull-up jumper on the way, but airballs it. I say something nice, and then she throws up an air ball.
Well, she is 0 for everything tonight.
Yeah. So we'll have a sub in now for Glacier Peak. That'll be Zoe Ritter. Rickelson is 1 for 9 tonight, but's played good defense. Has a couple of steals.
Wide open there.
Here's a 3 on the way. Too hard, no good. The miss by Kendall Kuhl, and it's going to be controlled by Glacier Peak. Down by 1. Long outside 3. Pukas puts it down, and it's 40. She's got 26 points in the ball game. Glacier Peak with a lead, our 10th lead change in the game. Here's a little put-up jumper. Won't go for Kira Tapua, who's gone silent here in this second half.
That was not good. She can't come down and force it like that.
Pukas tries another one. This one won't go. Rickelson grabs the rebound, tried to throw it off a body and out of bounds. It didn't work, and Anastasi brings it down. Feeds it right side. Griffin Iman, bang, down to goes for a 2. Baseline jumper up and in. And she's got 16 points in the ball game. It's 49 all. 6:41 to play in the fourth quarter. Here's a shot by Pukas. Won't go. Rims off. No good. Up the floor it comes. Over the left-hand side to Anastasi. Put up an elbow.
Yeah, that was...
Out it goes. Shot on the way by Swabity. Won't go. Off another rebound. Back up and in it goes for Kendall Deal. Got the offensive rebound off the miss and gives Lake Stevens back the lead at 51-49. Here is a steal. He's going to be grabbing the trip. Then down goes Anastasi. She's going to go to she's not going to go to the free throw line. It's going to be called on Sammy Toma, her third personal foul. First team foul, so baseline out of bounds. Noelani Tapua checks back in. She's playing with 4 personal fouls. Time to put her in, though.
I don't think so.
No?
They're doing fine without her.
Okay.
They may need her down the stretch.
Griffin Iman banks it up and in.
Wow.
The skyhook up and in. And it's out back to a 4-point lead for Lake Stevens. Ball's dribbled out of bounds. Good defense there by Autumn Swabity. Causes the 3 turnovers here in this quarter on Glacier Peak. And it's going to be inbounds here for Lake, leading by 4, 6 minutes to play. Out of backcourt they come. Noelani Tapua. Feed it to Swabity. Looking down low, give it up to Kira Tapua. Good choice.
Sure.
On the way.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, sure.
Why not? If you're going to back up on me, I'm going to take the shot if you're going to give me space.
56-49 after the 3 by Kira Tapua. 5:35 to play in the game. That's Zoe Ritter. Ritter on the dribble through the paint. Puts it up. Too hard. No good. Almost the rebound with Iman, but it was knocked off of her and out of bounds. She went after that rebound and couldn't handle it. So it's going to be out of bounds here at the baseline for Glacier Peak. In their front court. Looking to get it in. They do. Riekelson misses. Off the inbound, point blank, won't go. And out of backcourt comes Swabity to the, Noelani Tapua.
Oh, she's.
Tapua at the left wing.
I don't know if you could be any more open than she was.
And now Tapua out between the circles. Little bounce pass underneath. Going,
Sure.
facing, firing
Sure.
off the glass and in. Kendall Poole. She's had a good ball game.
She's had a good night.
Coming up on 5 minutes of play in the game, and the lead is out to 9 points. That is Lake Stevens' biggest lead of the ball game. 58-49. Here's another takeaway by Lake Stevens. Stop, pop, and goes for Noelani Tapua. I thought Brian Hill was going to call a timeout there. He doesn't. The lead is 11 and a foul call. 11-point lead for Lake on their home floor. The foul is going to be called on Kira Tapua. Her third personal foul, first team foul.
Another silly foul out way away from the basket. They've got to use some discipline out here.
4:42 to go.
You are in a tough spot right now, and you've got to just use some composure.
Inbounds for Glacier Peak. Brenna Pukas comes across the big logo in the center of the floor. Dribbles to the baseline, puts it up. Foul called. I think it's going to be on the floor.
Lake has been very sneaky here, opening this lead up a little bit.
Yeah, it's 11 points.
Yeah.
It was on the way to the hoop, so Pukas will go to the free throw line. Poole picks up the foul, her third personal foul. First free throw good for Pukas. Second team foul here of this fourth quarter. 4.5 to go. Next free throw, good. And a timeout. Yep. Well, we lost the network feed here from Lake Stevens. Here's a little runner up and in for Glacier Peak, Zoe Ritter. We've got 3 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Lake Stevens with a 60-53 lead. And now the Vikings with the basketball. Kendall Poole with it. Now give it down to Kira Tapua. Poole wide open, but puts up an air ball that won't go. Riekelson grabs the rebound for Glacier Peak. Still lots of time left. Coming up at 3:33 to play. With a 3-ball up and in for Brenna Pukas.
That was deep.
A deep ball, and it's a 4-point lead at 60 or 56 to 60. 60 to 56. Okay, we're back. Here is Kendall Keel was trying to grab the rebound. Then she got held. It's going to be a jump ball. So simultaneous possession. It'll be Lake Stevens basketball. 3:17 to play in the game. And now we'll have an inbounds play here for Noelani Tapua. Gets it on the inbound. Long cross-court pass over to the left-hand side. Elevate for a 3 for Anastasi. Won't go. And the rebound controlled by Glacier Peak. Grabbed by Sammy Toma. 60-56, 3 minutes to play. Dribble drive along the right-hand side. Fadeaway jumper won't go for Ritter. Kept alive, though, by Ritter. Gets it back. Pukas, 3. Rattles off. No. Reichelson grabs the rebound. Back out for another 2. That one won't go for Ricky Miller. Boy, 3 or 4 shots, and none of them would go down for Glacier Peak. High dribble, no call. Outside.
That's what happens.
Griffin Iman with the bucket at 63-56. The lead is 7. Dribble along the right-hand side to Pukas. Give it off to Reichelson. Back down. Pukas has it in the corner. She's open. 3 on the way. This one rattles off no good. Reichelson grabs another rebound.
Oh, my.
Outside. NBA 3. That's an air ball. No. Zoe Ritter.
All right, this is a big, big defensive possession for Glacier Peak right here. They have got to come up with a stop. You are getting down to that territory with 2:15 to go in the game. You're down 7. You need a stop.
And Seth Dodge, head coach of Lake Stevens, gave him the palms down, take it easy, take it easy, take it easy to his team. Ball went out of bounds.
If that's possible.
Yeah.
I'd like to see these two teams play slow down.
So inbounds here at the baseline. The ball was knocked out of bounds by Glacier Peak. It'll be Lake Stevens ball. 2:05 to play. 18 on the shot clock. Inbounds to Iman. Griffin Iman with it. Getting tied up there. Give it off to Nolani Tapua. Cross court over to the left-hand side. Up fake for a 3 was Keel. Didn't take it. Bounce pass out to Tapua. She will.
Oh.
Tapua buries the 3.
Money.
That is absolute money, and that is a 10-point lead for Lake Stevens.
That was
11.
huge.
Outside, long outside 3, won't go. It's going to be a miss there by Miller. Grabbed by Nolani Tapua.
Now use your clock if you can.
She gets fouled in backcourt. Bringing it up herself. Good ball handler.
Use your clock. Get that shot clock under 10 every time.
Minute 33 to go. The lead is 10 points. The foul will be called on Glacier Peak Sammy Toma. 4th personal foul, 2nd team foul. So they're not even close to the bonus.
No, I was going to say, Glacier Peak's got to get out, maybe do a little bit of aggressive defense and see if they can foul, or maybe just get a pick.
Here at Tapua will get it on the inbound.
Use your clock.
Double screen.
Use
Still
your
on
clock.
The dribble. Feeds it underneath. Use
But
your clock until you have a wide.
You get a lay-in.
And up and in. Kendall Cool. And the lead is now 68-56, and Glacier Peak throws the ball away. 68-56, a minute 15 to go. The lead is 12 for Lake. Up the floor they come. Long cross-court pass over to Iman. Boy, she looked at a 3.
I know she did.
She did, but I think Seth Dodge would have jumped out of his Nikes if that had happened. Oh, it goes out of bounds.
Well, good for her for not doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, she's there. There's some awareness right now. Now you got to have that. You got to have your time awareness of the, on the clock and where you're at in your game.
That's going to be a foul here on Zoe Ritter. That's her 5th personal foul. They haven't signaled yet. Oh, I don't think that the book. I guess it. They're saying one is saying 4. We have 5. We have 5 on our book. So, okay, the books don't. Yeah, that's right. He said it's your book. So here's a free throw up. First one, no. Okay, so 4th personal foul, I guess, against Ritter. First free throw, no good for Kendall Cool. We're going to have would have been a violation anyway, but she put it up and put it in.
Now with Lake, you just want to go play straight up. You don't want to foul.
Going in, a little runner that won't go. It's going to be a miss by Toma. Grabbed by Lake.
No. What is the rush? Turnover. Don't do that.
Here comes Glacier Peak out of backcourt. Down by 13. Runner goes up in. Blocking foul called. And there's going to be free throws coming up here. The runner there by Zoe Ritter. She got fouled on the way in. Fouls on Anastasi. That's her 4th personal foul. 3rd team foul, and free throws coming up here.
This game is not over.
No. And you don't want the other team scoring with the clock stop.
No, that's...
Free throw good by Ritter.
Take some air out of it, Lake. Take some air out of it.
10-point lead now.
Take some air out of it.
Noelani dribbles to the baseline. Now a jump ball, and we're going to go the other way.
And now
here Glacier Peak.
The Glacier Peak's ball. Here we go.
34 seconds to go.
Wow.
10 points. It's
a little surprised by the pace still here by Lake. They don't have any reason to.
Rickelson puts up a shot, puts it in, and then Brian Hill wants a timeout.
Yeah, this game is not over. Too many points can be scored in too short of a time.
We'll keep it right here. 26.4 seconds to go. 8-point lead. And Coach, just exactly what you're saying. A 3-ball, and suddenly that's 5 points.
Yeah, it's awareness. This is a teaching opportunity, but Lake's got an opportunity to get a big win right here. And they control everything. And when you have the ball and your clock is moving and you have the lead, you have total control. Like I said it half jokingly earlier, I don't know if either one of these teams are capable of slowing it down.
Thanks.
But that's where maturity comes into play. These are things that you need to address in practice, and you need to work on them in practice, because this is just a gigantic game. This is a league game. I don't want to say anything's got postseason implications on it, but this is where you get better in the postseason. I mean, if you've got a game like this in the district tournament, winner to state, you got to know how to control that. You've got to have some maturity, and right now I think the gals are lacking a little bit of that.
The lead is 8. 26.4 seconds to go. Vikings with the lead and the ball. Griffin Iman will throw it in.
Let him foul you. Let him foul. There you go.
There's a foul. Falling down was Anastasi. That's still not going to be enough to put him at the free throw line.
GP has to foul. When you get the ball, don't even try to dribble out of it. Let him foul you.
Foul is on Rickelson, her second personal foul. 4th team foul, so
you got to get it in. That's the main thing. You got to get the ball in.
Free throws here, especially dangerous underneath their hoop.
Yeah, sometimes this is the hardest playing basketball, is just getting the ball in. And you got a lot of contact going all over the court.
Here's inbounds to Anastasi. She'll feed it up floor. That bounce for a lay-in up and good, Kira Tapua. That should just about ice it with 10 points with 15 seconds to go. Out of backcourt they come. Looking up. Rickelson will go in, lay it up, and in with 7 seconds to go. But that will be that. Looks like Tapua will get one more. No, she doesn't take it. And that will be it. And it'll be Lake Stevens winning it. Final score 71-63. Who do you like, Coach? Kira Tapua?
I like Kira Tapua. I would love to give one to Griffin. I think she played a heck of a game too. But Kira was in it from the beginning. It was, she controlled everything.
Yeah. So Kira over here after they do the shake hand slide. Have our Virgin Toyota player of the game. And we'll have a chance to talk with her here momentarily. And we'll get everybody's kind of not looking over this way. We're going to try to get our player of the game coming up here. I just signaled 32, so we're going to get Kira over here. There you go. Make her way over. How many points? 20 we'll end up with. Okay, we're going to add up.
You got a shirt?
Yeah, we'll get it. Okay, we've got Kira, our player of the game. Kira Tapua here is with us. And get a breath. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. Really tough battle against GP.
So tell us, what was the mindset going in for you guys against Glacier Peak? Kind of your rival.
They're a shooting squad, and we knew we had to play hard and respect their shooters and all their players. They're very strong and move the ball around well. And, Brenna Pukis, Sammy Toma, and Ricky, really good shooters, and Zoe Ritter, dominant players. Had to give them our best.
And you gave them your best. You were hot from the outset tonight.
Oh my gosh, the way you started the game was amazing.
Oh, thank you. You
had a lot of opportunities. You took advantage of it. You're obviously the floor leader out there. Tell us about your teammates. How do they make you better, and how do you make them better? I mean, Griffin Iman had a heck of a game too. She got hot in that. She got hot in that second half.
Oh yeah. We work hard every practice. Each and every one of us go real hard at each other, and push one another to be the best we can. Sorry, the best version of ourselves. We work on being good teammates, positive mindset every practice and every day, and bring it on to the game. And you can't win a ball game by yourself. You gotta have your team, have your gut back.
In the pregame, your coach told us you'll be shooting more 2s and 3s. You guys don't shoot the 3 very often. You shot the 3 a lot tonight.
Working on those.
Working outside?
Yeah.
You know what your previous high score has been? What's your career high?
I think 24, 26. I'm not quite sure.
You know what you had tonight?
How many?
29.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I aim for at least, double digits and move the ball around and get my teammates involved.
Yep. Well, good job. Go get a breath. Get a drink of water.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We're going to get pictures here, too, as well, with our very close player of the game. We will come back and have a look at the numbers, and we'll talk with the head coaches of the game coming up. And we'll be back right after this timeout. Oh. Okay.
First of all, congrats on the big win.
Yeah, thank you.
So what was it like getting the job done in front of those rowdy fans here?
Right?
Yeah.
16 points. And great job from the fella. And you got your teammate here, too.
I got it, my brother.
So Siobhan Adams is here.
All my teammates
Siobhan also had a good ball game with 6 points. You guys got it done. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
How about that coming
Say it
out
again?
of the United States?
That, right?
State of